know the truth. Expose the lies, study your bloodlines. The Aboriginal fiends, let the world know the truth. Expose the lies, study your bloodlines. The Aboriginal drive before the Spanish, the Dutch, and the British arrived. Saying we was from Africa and stole the birthright. That's the trick move, something that a dirty war would do. Claim your nationality of the land, you get screwed. So we studied your background, your treaties you wrote. Fake as history, I ain't going here on no boat. Frontin' like you indigenous to the land, you disgust me. Tomahawk back in our hands, it's here ugly. You running around screaming black power, cause the sales of the truth, rivers filled with the bull and high hills. Native American but hurt, can't tell, cause they know damn well the relatives ain't real. Respect the Aborigine, the slang is all you know, you all. You still a guest, motherfucker. I have one little, two little, three little, Indian grandmas, just selling TV, killing them, telling them. Indian grandmas, just selling TV, killing them. House nigga, real nigga, fake nigga, feel nigga. My skin ain't black, what the deal, nigga? Salute on my little shit, it's Aborigines, owners of the land and every goddamn tree and every goddamn sea. Invaders ever cross, step foot on the land and you can step the fuck off. Breathe. You gon' make us swing the sacred tomahawk. Fucking around with us with that black console. Fake bricks and slave ships, that's the reference. Live with African blood, you gon' need more evidence. I'm American, Aboriginal, indigenous. You bogus, latest. That shit is rhetoric. Stay woke, Aboriginal, get out. Your civil rights acts, or you can eat big out. The Stockholm syndrome, mix kids out. Phoenix Moon got the antidote, get that shit out. Meanwhile, rapping about my birthright, fuck a freestyle. Each man, each woman, each child. Black places, really Indians indeed now. Man, they indeed now. Honey, dog, title 18. G goes, pilgrims get big gold. When Phoenix in beast mode, bring them up big poles. Out of the sleep mode, we ain't black, colors, Africans, or Negroes. But one little, two little, three little, Indian grandmas, just selling keep killing them, telling them, I had one little, two little, three little, Indian grandmas, just selling keep killing them, telling Halito. Chimachukma. Manhattan and beautiful ones. What's good out there? What's going on in Indian country? How's everybody doing today? So we're going to talk about the backbreakers of the matriarch, right? Because they talk about all these different collapses of different systems, different kingdoms, different things of that nature. But they never talk about what happened here in America with their people, right? So we're going to talk about the assimilation and patriarchy and how that has destroyed the American Indian culture, right? This is not because I feel a certain way. This is based off of historical proof, actual facts, and the customs that we have as American Indians that we go against trying to be like everybody else, right? Trying to be like everybody else is how the collapse of the American Indian Empire happened, little by little, chiseling at the bit, right? Chiseling at the bit. Let's argue. I want somebody to get up here with their patriarchal views and tell me which Indian tribe they are from, that the matriarch wasn't what it was hitting for. I want to know what tribe are these niggas from that the matriarch was violated, that the matriarch is disrespected, that the matriarch is disregarded, that people have a problem taking instructions, people have a problem taking authority, orders, whatever, assignments from women. And look at how they programmed y'all niggas to go against what we're talking about all the time.
Niggas can't even communicate in a business relationship. They be so abusive that they're talking to a woman that they're doing business with. No physical connection, no real emotional attachment. But these niggas will have conversations the same way as they would the girlfriend that they lying to, the wife that they disrespectful to. There's no way you can mix conversations like that or even psychological approaches, but it does show how abusive these niggas are. And it also shows how used to being abused women are. They have made it very like that, like this is a natural reaction to shit that we fucking disrespect each other, right? And it's a natural reaction that a nigga will stand by and let another nigga disrespect the woman. They will. It's even a woman that's not disrespecting him or herself. Let's argue. Let's argue. Let's argue. Nah, Mickey. Females ain't always right, because I come across these bitches that I would never be friends with. They would never be suitable for my brother. This shit go both ways. This shit go both ways. But the thing of it is, these niggas think that they know that they can physically overpower you, but even in communication and in their thought process, that is their goal. They want to dominate a nigga like me, but don't want to dominate the nigga in their neighborhood, the pilgrim in their neighborhood. Y'all look crazy to me. But then you'll stop the woman with the motherfucking plan dead in her tracks. And her plan works for everybody in the village, because it comes from her heart. Yeah, these niggas got it all fucked up. They got it all fucked up. I need somebody to tell me what tribe these niggas come from that was not matrilineal. Because we're going to have to go back and do another series of breaking this shit down, because if niggas think that this going to be done without the woman, I don't know what to tell you. But y'all niggas want a sausage party. You've been hurt by your mother. Some of y'all niggas been molested by your mother's friends, your aunties, your auntie friends, your grandmother friends. Y'all been fucked up too, right? Some of y'all got fucked up too. Men get molested and abused too. And then they end up taking it out, over-sexualized, hyped up, fucking a whole bunch of women, disrespecting a whole bunch of women because of that little piece of their innocence was taken. Some of these women fuck these niggas up. Which is kind of crazy, because they always say that the father dotes on the daughter and the mother dotes on the son. What these bitches did to these niggas is incredible. It's a lot of these women that fuck these niggas up. And then they sent them out in the world and think they're going to be me or my daughter husband. Get the fuck out of here. No. See, Indian country, people really have to understand that America, the land, is the woman. Law, land, air, water, aircrafts, boats, cars, named after women, the prize, possession. While the woman was over here free and shit, her and the babies running around chilling, she might have married a nigga that was a slave, and that nigga was out in the fields. But what determined that the children was free? Because of who their mama was, not because of who was daddy. There is always a guarantee when it comes to a child that no one can fucking take. It might always be a speculation or a possibility of who the daddy is, but nobody on this planet can say that they don't got a mama, whether she alive or not. Nobody. Politics. We are descendants, me personally, I'm a descendant of the queen of the poor monkey. Queen of the poor monkey. Not only was she queen, but she was also the chief of the neighboring tribes, the Nottoway, right? Meherrin, the neighboring tribes. See, people remember the Powhatan Confederation, but they don't remember all the players, right? Because you think masculine. But you don't think of all the players that made the treaty. Grandma's name is on the treaty of the Middle Plantation, discussing how the Indians get treated in North Carolina, Virginia Dominion, Bermuda, right? Included. So what are people talking about? Historically, we got away from that and started fucking with the Bible, and who your daddy is who determines the child. Now, I know that shit made a lot of people feel good, but it's not the fucking truth. Unless you come from a Muslim country, anywhere in the world, who your mother is determines your nationality. How's she not important? Your first teacher teach you how to talk, walk, point your fucking pencil in the goddamn toilet bowl the right way, right? You stand up when you pee, right? Who's your first teacher? Teach you how to talk, walk, tie your shoe, everything. Your foundation comes from where? Nigga, you don't say nothing else in life more than mommy. What name is called more than mother? From 0 to 18. So the minimizing, right, is happening and nobody does anything about it, right? Niggas got the right motherfucking one right now because I'm not with it. I ain't with it. I don't agree with the shit. I don't stand by that shit. And I know what role I got, and I know how valid my role is, right? Because sometimes, whether people know it or not, you got to differentiate. You got to go from chief to Indian, from chief to Indian, from chief to Indian, and back and forth. As long as the people are not injured, because you still got to protect your people, right? Why would you buy yourself in a position that you can't get out of? And you put yourself in this little tox so bad that this idea of white supremacy has reduced niggas to even thinking like kings. It's reduced them to not thinking about self-governing. And self-governing includes thugging and bugging and wilding on bitches. Hold up. When Indian society, where do these Indians come from that don't the matrilineal? Let's talk about it. I'm confused. How you Indian? Which tribes are you from? Because there are some plains tribes, you know what I'm saying? There's tribes out there in the plains. Are you kin to them? The Haudenosaunee, everything on the eastern seaboard, the Choctaw, Chickasaws, they matrilineal. Want to get behind that? Anybody, any of you sausage party boys got any objections to that? Got any objections to that? Let me read y'all this little article, right? Because it's really important. It's really important. It's really important. Hold on one second. It's a problem. And men, and it's so sad that you know that this is what they do behind closed. Because niggas can't fucking contain themselves. Irresponsible. The anger, the rage. Nigga, listen, as a woman, I don't even get to feel all the time. Feel strong, hurt deep. Don't even get a chance to do it. Because that's going to take time away from finding a solution. There's always going to be a disconnect with a motherfucker that want to sit and wallow in a fucking problem, right? And I noticed that people will sit and wallow on what they think is problems because they lack what? Solutions. Viable solutions. And it's fear. It's fear-based. Anytime you think you got to reduce my truth to make your truth stand up, something wrong with a nigga. And if you so truthful, well, why not take a lie detector test? Let's do that. Anybody? That object? So what I'm saying? What are you going to come with? What facts do you have? Whose names are these land patents in? They forget the whole... See, when you don't fuck with the timeline, you get all one history and stuff for another, you'll steal a story from the 1800s and fuck up the timeline because it really happened in the 1700s and people at the bottom of the 1900s and confuse it with something that really happened in the 1700s because niggas' timelines is all over. And your timelines is all over because you're not all over your family tree. So anybody can tell you anything, right? Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know. You haven't taken the time. Don't act like it ain't here for everybody because everybody got access to the same shit. Some people, it just hasn't been important. And because of its lack of importance, well, look around you and see what you got. This fucking dog and pony show down in fucking Washington. America's under motherfucking siege and been under goddamn siege. You got the black people that don't give a fuck about nobody. They just want white people to stop doing whatever it is they think white people doing while they pretend that they're not doing nothing to their own. Right? Skip that. We're gonna skip that for now. Because y'all don't like to talk about that either. And not realizing you related to some of these white people you're mad at. Or you think you're mad at. Or you'll place blame on. When really, half the niggas that's pointing the finger, nigga, they the killers. Talking about this nigga's a killer. You a killer. Grandma a killer. Break the back of the woman. And the whole fucking society fell down. Hey, beloved brother Lawrence. Hi, Royalty. Hey, cousin Liz, cousin Davida. Chicago Mickey. Yeah. It's been niggas huddle up in groups talking about how to be a fucking player or how to be a pimp and all this other shit. Niggas practice on how to fucking deceive women. Women huddle up and practice on how to be subservient and pleasing and go all out of their way for a nigga that been plotting in a different huddle to fuck her up. Give her hell. Give her hell. Man, niggas ain't dealing with their trauma and shit. I really got a problem if you gonna be talking all tough to me and all this other shit, and there's a white man that could come and make a bitch out of you in 2.2 seconds. Nigga will take my name and drag it for 5 weeks, but there's some white man with a badge and a gun that can make that bitch ass nigga fold in 1.2. Hulk smash on the mama. Beat that bitch's ass. But no, officer, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, the shit that is hard out here is the black man. Bitch, who you talking to? I wasn't being rude, sir. Whole different thing. Nigga look down at her, want to know who she talking to, but look at him and be like, I'm not talking rude, sir. That voice is all calm and nice. When did you talk nice to the brother that stepped on your Jordans before you pulled that hammer out? Huh? The nigga that didn't realize that pretty lady was with you and said something about how pretty she was, and you said, what'd you say, nigga? About my woman? And then the police pull over. Oh, sir, I didn't know you couldn't park here. Oh, can't get a ticket? Your fucking vibe is different, bitch. So now, what do women got to do? They got to use the nigga that you scared of to protect themselves from you. And then you're mad and want to call her a cop caller. You're fucking abusing her, stupid. You beat her down. She gonna fuck your kids up. Not because she ain't right, but you ain't building her and you're breaking her back. Breaking her motherfucking back, nigga. You don't work that goddamn hard. You don't get no props for the shit you supposed to do. Where y'all niggas been? Who raised y'all? Oh, I forgot. Who raised y'all is part of the fucking problem. Yeah. Who raised a lot of us is the motherfucking problem. But nigga, if you hear you saying you woke, bitch, you hear you saying you woke, wake them up. What are you doing with your tribe? Are you trying to break the generational curses, or are you just sweeping them under the rug and you're going to pray to Jehovah Allah, the Most High, the Creator, Yahweh Shah, that it's going to stop? When you got the power like CSC Music Factory, ain't this about a bitch? The most powerful people walk around like big stink pussy. Big stink poom poom. Stank. Run around here crying like little bitches. The toughest people, roughest, toughest, blood clot, done that ever kill for fun, me kill for nothing. These niggas be bitching up when a little old pilgrim man with freckles and a fucking buzz cut and a badge and a gun come. Nigga tough as fuck against a nigga that look like his brother and 10 more niggas with guns, but that one pale nigga come with a badge and a gun and Lord, I've been delivered. Don't hurt me, sir. It's a whole type of bitch. That nigga was just in there wilding, chasing that woman from one end of the house to the other. Now this nigga in here, look at this nigga. Oh, no, officer, I'm not getting loud with you. Ooh, the base is gone. Ooh, there's no tension. The shoulders is relaxed and back. The chest is, nigga humble now. Hands at his side. No. These niggas assume the slave position and put their hands behind their back. Yeah, they do. Hands behind your back. Can you put your hands behind your back? Yes, sir. I got my hand behind my back. I'm not resisting, officer. Nigga was just all sorts of tough. Right. And like toughness doesn't necessarily come from, how physically strong you are. How strong is your mind? Where's your endurance at? Are you mentally fit to run the race? Gotta be mentally fit. Oh, yes, you got to have a good doctor. Ain't nobody supposed to be running around Indian country and ain't got no primary care physician out this bitch. You crazy? You'll be realizing, right? When you get to that level, you was happy of being black or thinking you was black. You get to absorb yourself into the problem instead of, and the burden is less. Because once you realize who all the problems are in Indian country, you can't look back. You can't ignore it. You can't go back to black. Black don't do shit but hold a nigga back. And if you are black, you got to find black land. Because over in black land is your black land family. It ain't here. It ain't here. So you say. So you say. So you heard. By the same nigga you want to be equal to. The nigga you want to be equal to told you came here in the trunk of a motherfucking slave ship. And I tell you, hey, this is not right for Indian country. And the nigga is mad at me. Fucking stupid. The fuck you mad at the help? Y'all niggas is always mad at the help. Anybody you can blame, anyone that you can blame, you got to grab a hold of who you can blame. It make you feel good to blame another motherfucker for your sucker shit. Ain't that something? Ain't it something? Ain't it fucking something? And what is niggas gonna do? Sitting there worried about civil war amongst these fucking pilgrims and shit. And you want to know what? It's going to be Indians on one side of the pilgrims and Indians on the other side of the pilgrims. The same way it was 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, 400 years ago. Let's argue that. Let's argue that. Where y'all grandma papers at? Y'all got anything with the House of Burgesses and shit like that? Right? When they was trying to pass your people off for white back in the 1700s so they can be a part of this political mix that niggas think women ain't supposed to be a part of? When the systems came from who? Matrilineal societies? Are you kidding me? And you going to give these people credit because they did their job and niggas didn't do theirs. Think about it. Think about it. You just was telling us these is the last people on the planet. And it got created in a lab with a big head scientist 20 years ago. Niggas told us those lies, not no pilgrims. Niggas said that. Niggas put that fucking false shit out and circulated it. Put their own hands in the oppression pot and kept their own people blind, regurgitating and parroting bullshit information. Nigga John Henry Clark talked all this motherfucking shit for 40 years and never once said shit about being a goddamn Indian. The minute the nigga gets taking his ass over to Africa, that nigga Mugabe said, what the fuck you doing in my country? Huh? Thought he was home. Then you got these Indians that'll still say, but we all African. Nigga, sit your ass down. Prove that. You still holding on to some shit that ain't got nothing to do with Indian country. Niggas will bring doodle into Indian country and expect to get fruit from the trees, luscious golden apples and shit. Get the fuck out of here. So the Aboriginal community got fucking infiltrated. Now niggas think that, okay, play that shit, because guess what the Indian is, y'all niggas. The closer you get, the more you realize how too federal. The Indian is motherfucking federal, bitches. Who you gonna call when the cops break your motherfucking neck, nigga? Huh? You gonna call your motherfucking gangbanger homies and go set it and ride down on that fool? Liar. Lying ass niggas. Where's your diplomacy at? Chief, who you helping? Who you holding down, man? Government to government relationship. Can you convince a motherfucker on the phone that the person that they got in their motherfucking custody is getting their rights violated? And if you don't do something, a nigga like me will. And they be like, on your Moses shit. Let me see where the Moses at. Where they like, let my people go. Be like, okay, you right, you got that. You got it. Show me how niggas is doing that. Show me where it's at. I need to see. Because if you can't do that, what are you talking about for real? What about for real? People ain't getting no action because they're not active. Let's talk about it. Why are we arguing with niggas? Yo, any Indian, you ain't got no business arguing with no nigga that still got black on their shit. They kids still got black on their shit. African American. Nigga, don't come in here in Indian country talking no shit and you still trying to bring the black over here. Black is part of the defamation of character, and that shit part of the curses and shit that been over this motherfucker. But I'm gonna tell that. Got all these motherfucking witches and all these other motherfuckers practicing foreigner shit and thinking you gonna fucking activate some motherfucking ancestors, and you got all this shit that they don't know nothing about. Know nothing about. Nothing about. Your recent relatives still got black on their shit? Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. You can't prove what kind of Indian you is? I need to know what kind of Indian tribe you from, that it wasn't matrilineal. Don't get in your motherfucking bag and confuse matrilineal with fucking feminism, nigga. Because when it was matrilineal, the families was moving like a motherfucker. Right? Ma Barker was by the multitudes, whole tribes, using their whole fucking team. Everybody. Practicing how to win with their family. Think about it. Why else would the fucking legal word for family be the house full of servants? Think about that. And then these niggas will think a servant is a bad word and shit because these niggas got a problem with authority. Got a problem with authority. Yes, sir, they do. Oh, yes, they do. They got a problem with authority. But they gangbangers, and then there's a general or somebody that's over them that'll tell them, be quiet, don't say nothing to them Latin kings over there, and that nigga be mute. Mute. You tell a motherfucker, hey, don't bash this, don't do that because this make it look bad. You got, why I gotta get all into explaining that nigga just told you shut the fuck up and you ain't say shit. I'm telling you not to fuck up the family name and you mad at me. I'm tired of these bitch ass niggas. But I'm so glad my son's not a bitch ass nigga. My brothers are not bitch ass niggas. My uncles are not bitch ass niggas. My daddy ain't no bitch ass nigga. My stepdaddy wasn't no bitch ass nigga. My brother-in-laws are not bitch ass niggas. My nieces and nephews are not bitch ass niggas. They principle men. They ain't perfect, but they ain't fucked up in the soul or spirit. Huh? Yeah. come from good stock, right? Good stock. If you see what happened with these families, nigga, the Joneses, oh shit, news women. Got the Jones women, was bragging to other homeboys and shit like that. And then here comes Miss Melissa Mayonnaise walk by. Melissa Mayonnaise walks by with a parasol and her Victorian outfit and the waist shrunken this small so her booty could look big, just like Aggie's, right? Remember? Small waist and a big butt. They was emulating us. And somehow the Indian nigga said, hold on now. What is that fine milk of magnesia I see over there? She look better than you. Oh, your lips is too big. Oh, you got to straighten out your hair because I like the way this thin yellow hair right here is so fine. Don't you agree? Oh, this lady's so fine. Miss Sophia, I'm going to get me a woman like Miss Sophia, right? And Aggie's like, shit, they done took all our hair care products, nigga. They got us working 14 hours a day. Mom can't straighten my hair with a straightening comb and dark. We ain't got but 2 candles left, right? History. What you gonna do with the history? If you don't pay attention to it, you are going to repeat it. Y'all trying to do it now and y'all helping the pilgrims do it. So I don't know who's the killer. I can't tell. Is it these mysterious women-see people or is it you niggas? The backbreakers. The backbreakers. Irresponsible motherfuckers all across the board. Where you coming from? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? What took you to get to Indian country? And what you gonna do from here on out? Because there's a lot of big shoes niggas gotta fill. Oh, motherfuckers got some big shoes to fill. But look at their temperament, their dispositions, You got to be convinced that niggas that are so untruthful as they lie about how fucking truthful they are. In my mind, it's a lot of fucking shit they'll do just to get over because they can't produce themselves. Facts. Stick-up kids was stick-up kids because they wasn't hustlers. They wasn't good at selling shit. They wasn't good at getting money. They got to watch the nigga that get money, take his money. Diary of a stick-up kid. Ain't that a page from a book? Niggas is so engulfed and submerged in this fucking street culture, they don't even know how to turn it off. Now motherfuckers don't sell drugs. They not in that loop. They not in none of those situations they was in 20, 30 years ago. And think they gonna bring that into their next cycle. Are you kidding me? When I say next cycle, what are you doing if you 35, between 35 and fucking 40, and that shit ain't dying off? If you don't feel disgusted at some of the shit you participated in, if you haven't reached that spot, stand down. Stand down. I can't believe I used to like that music. Because you go through these phases where you're like, yo, I can't believe I used to do it. I can't believe, yo, look at this shit. Man, fuck that. Ain't none of that shit fascinating no more. None of that shit fascinating no more. You done seen a lot of niggas die, a lot of life get cut short. You start to value life more. You see your kids maturing, right? Because once they start hitting 12, 13, guess what happens? They start having their own problems. Socially, trying to figure out if they're going to be a leader or a follower, if they're going to get with this or get with that, with all the lessons that you taught them from the time they was born up until the time where they start getting a little bit of leeway, a little bit of freedom without you. And then the spotlight is on them to make a good decision to reflect on the type of parent that you are. Right? That's true. That's your project. So, nigga, if you can't raise a tribe full of go-getters, you sure enough ain't running no tribe full of go-getters neither. So, I'm just trying to understand, do the win or what? They come to win or they came to have feelings. I don't like this. I don't like getting stubborn and sit there and make the whole fucking plane stand still because you don't want to sit next to this motherfucker. Bitch, negotiate a deal to switch seats with somebody else that wouldn't mind sitting next to a motherfucker. Why the plane gotta sit here and wait to take off because one bitch ass nigga got a fucking disagreement with something that he don't understand, but because he don't agree, the whole fucking plane gotta stay still. You know what that's called? It's a psychological thing called a king baby complex. Niggas got a lot of fucking complexes and shit. As they be sitting here trying to diagnose motherfuckers when their own representative has showed them and sold them out. Yeah, their representative sold them out because they came one way. Hey, you know, I speak 5 languages. I can do this. I can backflip. I can do somersaults. I'm a gymnast. I'm a hockey player. I'm in this, that. You get these niggas on the ice and they don't know what the goalpost is. You get these niggas in the gym and they can't do one somersault. Wait, where's all that shit you said you was doing? It's go time now, nigga. We at the Olympics now. Well, fuck that. Phoenix wants me to flip. Yeah, I'm not no acrobat. What the fuck am I flipping for? Bitch, you just said you wanted to. What's this fear about? Right? And the fear makes a nigga want to oppress me. The one that would bang out everything and clear the crowd, nigga, so you could get where you gotta go. Right? I ain't gonna ask a whole bunch of questions, nigga. I'm gonna clear the motherfucking crowd. What? You crazy? Oh, I was a nutty wife. I go to my husband's job like he is not gonna be coming home with his motherfucking cuticles all fucked up because this and that. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, I'll come in and address the OSHA standards. I'm that type. I don't know what type of fucking people these motherfuckers be fucking with, but it's got to be some benefits in whatever relationship. There's no reason why you are 35 and you have friends just for the sake of having friends and say, I got friends. Hey, look at me. I have friends. When you don't, when your life, when shit get real, where they was at though? You don't know what your grandma tell you, your mama tell you. You don't know who your friend is until you're 30, 40 years old. Stop calling everybody your friend. Can I get in my friend Jennifer's house? And stop calling everybody your friend. Look at granddaddy like that. We just going to jump double dutch. What you talking about? Not really understanding the significance of what they was trying to say. But I learned how to be a friend for my beautiful cousins and my siblings. Right? They're the first friends that I had. And because the household has to run a certain way, there's a certain decorum and order that we have to have. I know one thing, when we leave that motherfucking house and the world is against us, what are we doing? We protecting each other. We got each other's backs. That's what we knew. We didn't have to really be taught that. We were showed that. Healthy, some not so much. But we know niggas tried really hard with the tools that they had. We know that. We know that. But think of how fucked up everything would have been if everybody, grandma wasn't strong. Because niggas, listen, niggas don't know some of their grandfathers was dogs. Gamble off the money, nigga. Oh, shit. Why is the deeds in the woman's name a lot? Same shit niggas do now. Gamble. Drink it away. Niggas was doing morphine back then too. That's heroin. Niggas was fucking with morphine back then. Because they was hanged from the war. That Civil War was a motherfucker. Did you look at those records where you see they was all coming back invalids and fucked up? You think Vietnam was a mess. Did you see some of the injuries and shit? There's no pictures because grandpa didn't want to take a picture with one leg. Yeah, his leg got blown off in fucking Battle of Bunker Hill. Leg got blown off over in Chickamauga. Burned down the 1890 records so you can't see who the descendants are. Where's the people with the fucking solutions? I want to see the fuck. I'm tired of hearing these niggas with these problems, making up imaginary problems to shit that ain't problems. There's only problems to a nigga that's scared, right? A nigga that's in fear to move forward. A nigga that ain't used to winning, right? And any win these niggas get, it gotta be by crook or some cheating shit. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. And that has been the part of the culture that has metamorphosized into some shit that niggas might want to put it down and give it back. Send it back to its proper place. Because it ain't proper in Indian country. It brought no fruit. It brought no fruit. Halito, Cousin D, it brought no fruit. And we got all these damaged people running around acting like they in charge of something. But they wasn't in charge before they stepped on into this arena. You're not strong when you stepped in this arena. You had to come and get mama's milk. How niggas come to this understanding about who they are through and via grandma, and then try to act like grandpa not valid? Who said that? Nobody. Not even grandpa himself. You know why? Because he knew what was best for the family. That's why he selected a woman like grandma. Huh? So, which tribes are these niggas from that matriarchy didn't exist? I want to know. Be hard. Shouldn't be hard. Because niggas say they got it all figured out. Well, let's see. Show us. Show us. Receipts, please. Ask for fucking receipts. Ask for receipts. Because these motherfuckers are just talking. They don't got no receipts. You got to have receipts for this shit. Keep throwing the fact that this 25th Amendment, they want to impeach the president and via this and via the 25th Amendment. They're saying this to millions of motherfuckers that don't know what any of the amendments say. Now, Mike Pence gets his bitch ass up there yesterday, and basically says, no, I don't want to do that because it goes against the Constitution. You see how they playing with fucking stupid people? Right in their face. And there's 1,000 ushering in the fucking rapist and his goddamn cohort, the time stealer. And I'm like, yo, these people is dumb as fuck. This is some fucked up shit. They're insulting these so-called smart-ass motherfucking people in their goddamn face. I'm just not understanding. I don't understand. How the fuck does that work? How does that work? Gonna make something up. We're gonna use the 25th Amendment to impeach the president. Mike Pence is with us. Oh, well, that might be unconstitutional. Mike Pence don't want to go to jail. Niggas don't know the 25th Amendment. But because they gassed everybody into hating Donald Trump. Yeah, because they gassed you into doing that. Because there's not a nigga on this planet that can say any of his policies. Not no black person, whether they know they Indian or not. Nothing that he did in this tenure fucked with any of y'all black motherfuckers. And you mad because he fucking up white people, right? That you say you don't like. All y'all niggas is racist. All y'all niggas is fucking poison in the world. Truth. That's the truth. It's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. And you motherfuckers will be okay insulting a motherfucker. Why are you insulting them? And they fucking with my motherfucking country, my mother's land, and think I'm supposed to not be feeling some type of way. Generations, and only people in the way is niggas. So-called black people, so-called Indians, so-called Aboriginals is the only niggas in the way. They are the gateway that opens up the gate for all of the other infiltrators, because there's just some shit that they are not willing to let go. And the shit that they're not willing to let go completely goes against Indian country. All of the historical values that were lost while we was assimilating with patriarchy and dabbling in everybody's shit but grandma and grandpa's business. Let's talk about it. To the point where niggas is so far gone, the white man's business is the only model you have, because you don't know your history to see what your own fucking swag was like with your own kin, your own bloodline. The one thing these white motherfuckers can't take from you, and you don't want it, but you want something from them. But you don't even know what it is you want from them. Because what you want from them, you already got. Fucking ass. Shit don't make no sense. How they gonna take, why should they take you seriously? Thank you, Starvision. Why should they take you seriously? And if you're talking too much, then that means by the time the rest of us that really got some valid shit to say, get our fucking 5 minutes on the microphone, they gonna not, we don't want them to use what you're talking about, because you didn't have no weight what you're talking about. Where your weight at? Where the weight at in Indian country? Where the weight at? Show me your invites. Let me see where I need to see where they at. Beautiful thing about what we've been doing is finding family members. Doing exactly what we're supposed to do. Find the tribes. Niggas talk about the lost tribes and all this other shit. Nigga, you're a lost tribe. And they not no Benjamites. They ain't no Jacobites. They ain't no fucking Issachar. They ain't no goddamn Levites and Simonites and all of that. They the Shatar. They the motherfucking Chickamauga, right? They the Matawomans, right? The Matapana, the Paul Monkey, right? The Timakua. They got all different names, but it ain't Levites. It ain't the tribe of Benjamin, and they descend from a particular family, nigga. Who do you descend from? So you want to use that? Okay, great. You want to use the patriarchy and shit? Nigga, if your daddy foreign, then that means you not who you say you are. Stupid. So, now what? Now what? Who could challenge it? Everybody is really trying to bring their way over here when wasn't nobody listening. Families wasn't listening as you telling them and showing them, right? Let's just keep it fucking real. Let's keep it real. Yeah, because people wasn't jocking this shit. They was under their Puerto Rican umbrella, they black umbrella, they Dominican, I Jamaican. They was standing under their own shit. Their own nationality, right? American Indian is a race. It's technically not really a nationality. You do understand that, right? Do people understand that? How can you clan up and there is a fucking whole problem with the way that so-called black people deal with each other? Right? How can you ask white people for something that you won't even fucking give? It's weird to me. A stranger will call your phone and tell you you owe them $150 for AT&T or some fucking shit. Nigga don't have no thought. They will go and grab their credit card, debit card, whatever, and fucking get a social security number up. They do all this shit. Yeah, no, I live at such and such. You give your address up. Give all your fucking information up. And then there's that fucking cousin or that fucking person in the family that they and shit, but they need something. You ain't got it for them. Not the same. At least if you're gonna be an asshole all across the board. To everybody, nobody could get it fucked up. Don't send no representative, because there's going to be a day where that representative has to prove. I'm telling you, people can't do it. Don't let them overqualify themselves either. How are you qualified, baby? Thank you, Dylan. How are you qualified? We have to qualify ourselves. And you got to go through some fire. You got to go through some fire. Niggas ain't going to minimize my plight, right? Because besides my son, I have my own story where these white people for $500 million was trying to feed me maggots because I was telling these other motherfuckers, hey, this is sexual discrimination, what they doing. I don't like coming into work and having this white man tell me, turn the light out so I can stick it in. I'll gut y'all niggas like a fucking fish. Niggas don't know what the fuck motherfuckers been through in real life. And you better be fucking glad a motherfucker don't take it out on the motherfuckers. You understand? Because I was dragging my ass down with EOC, EEOP, and all these other people. But a $500 million company versus somebody, me saying, oh, he said what on so many occasions? Oh, they tried to feed you maggots when they were trying to organize a union. You motherfuckers can't take no stripes, nigga. I got them in real life. Real life. Fuck this internet shit. I've been a motherfucking firecracker. December 1986, the first time I got arrested. I didn't like how this white cop was talking to our neighborhood person that came back from Vietnam. And they said him and his brothers robbed banks. They did lobotomies. They had the big scars and all of that. We loved them. They protected us. They was in our neighborhood. They stood at the corner store. We bought them beer, everything. We didn't give a fuck. Bomb Lucy's and shit. They looked out for us. They loved us. They was injured. And we took care of our injured people. We didn't act funny. Right? We didn't do that. Going around beating up on crackheads and shit. We knew niggas was sick because our people went from beautiful to what the fuck is wrong with everybody? Why are they carrying TVs? What the fuck is going on? Our trauma comes in so many different forms, but I can use my trauma and I can write to motherfucking make sure these niggas pay me for mine, right? Because part of the trauma that I'm talking about that caused the torts that these motherfuckers is responsible for is the fact that they got our men thinking we the motherfucking enemy. Now they've created a race of babies that hate the ladies, that make the babies. Yeah, some nigga got to pay for that. And whether it's a white man or a black man, somebody got to pay for that. Somebody got to pay for this enmity that was not there when we had matrilineal societies. Oh, yeah, there's a lot that we could sue for. Niggas is thinking, we're going to sue for slavery. Word, nigga? What about ethnicide and genocide? Slavery was legal, fool. Easy kill. Easy kill. Get out of my courtroom. Boom. Niggas want to get sent the fuck away. Oh, they never going to give us nothing. They ain't never going to give us nothing. Yeah, you're right. Because you don't know what to ask for. You're talking about slaves, bitch. Where's your slaves at? Where your slaves at? Hold on. Where your slaves at? You got to have them. You can't just talk about they should pay niggas for something that happened that was legal, but where's your absolute facts at? You ain't got the facts, but you got a whole lot of pain in your heart, whole lot in your head, and niggas ain't thinking clear. You ain't thinking clear. And that's what the mama's here for, to make sure you got the tools to think clear, baby, right? That's what it's for. That's what it's about. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. I want to see niggas deny this shit. I want to see. Right? This ain't up for no debate. Really, we can argue about it, but it ain't really up for no debate. Where Indian tribes who niggas come from, where matrilineal didn't work. Because the minute those societies changed, niggas turned their back on their mama and start chasing Melissa Mayonnaise. Right? Got closer and farther away from their shit. And then on the turnaround brought all the foreigner shit back into us, and us desiring for our men to love us again, said, okay, we're going to do what these ones. You like what they like? All right, I'm going to like it too. Let me dye my hair blonde. Let me send my this. Let me do this and do that. And now turn around and they don't help this bitch get our looks. When he did the turnaround and said, oh, I got to go back. Then the white woman said, oh shit, they don't want us anymore. I got to get these box injections. Let me get my lips big. I got to make my ass fat. Get cornrows. I'm going to tell y'all what fucking Indian tribes do motherfuckers come from that were not matrilineal. Somebody gonna have to tell me. And they can't. And I'm being an asshole by even suggesting that someone present a tribe that wasn't matrilineal. So the history versus how somebody feel about it, the actual truth versus how somebody feel about what happened, is not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I don't know what these niggas is afraid of. And the minute they get fucked up, who the niggas want to run up under? That same bitch whose ass he was kicking the whole time. She trying to help everybody get up, and he been having his foot on her neck. And the minute that the big bad white come, that nigga gets fucking bitchy. Whole broke wrist at that point. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. This shit like I know there's a lot of Cyrano de Bergeracs going around. You know how they got, the nigga had the big nose and shit like that. And he liked, I think it was Roxanne or whatever. And he didn't think she would like him because he had a big nose. So he had another nigga writing his poetry. So when he rapping to the bitch, she like, oh, Cyrano, you the man. But she's in love with the nigga-ism. She's subscribing to the nigga-ism before she know what the nigga look like. But the nigga's so embarrassed by what he looked like, instead of being himself, he has sent that representative. And she would have liked the nigga with the big nose that said the right words, rather than the nigga with the cold heart and the big words and no meaning behind them. The representative. Niggas is too old for representatives. What are you, fucking 40 and 35 and all this other shit, still trying to find some place to fit in life? This nigga's gonna be 50 with potential? I mean, at least some niggas, what the brother said, if back then was a hand and used to was a rooster, for some people, that's all they got. And then there's the people that never even had back then or used to. Because back then, they used to be, and they still are. You can't make fresh at 50. You can't make yourself dope. Either you always had it, or you always didn't. Or you was afraid to tap into it. You see what you see, and damn, niggas be mad at people being in their own dopeness. Instead of using it to contribute to the betterment of the society and the community at large, it's used against people to make motherfuckers competitive while we competing with each other. The rest of the world is winning. They're not giving a fuck about if we said this about Cece. They don't give a fuck about that. How many houses we got? Who going to pick up the rent over there on 3rd Street? Who turn is it this time? Right? They got their own underworld going on, practicing how to get wealth around the Indians' wealth. When the saddest thing is, the only time we get along is when we're doing something wrong. Why? Why? We good to each other if we selling drugs to one another, right? Oh, shit. Huh? Nigga take those kind of relationships serious like a motherfucker. But go ahead and turn it around to the legitimate side, and they still bring the crook into the legitimate side. I don't know. There's no room for that. There's no room for that. We're going to have to do something about it. Because if we leave it up to the sausage party, who don't have the exact same temperaments, they don't have the same things that women have that makes us great, for the same reason that they have things that we don't have that make them great. So instead of us arguing, why can't we just be great? Somebody's got a problem with their ego. Somebody's got a problem with the overall outcome that gets washed out because they are feeling something right now. And whatever it is that they're feeling, it doesn't have the truth behind it. It doesn't have the truth behind it, right? Not only does it not have the truth behind it, but it doesn't fucking connect in a manner in which it's supposed to. Throw it all away. Throw it all away. Let me turn this off. Hold on a second. Throw it all away. Hold on a second. Right? Yeah, so, it's gonna be hard out here. The Hunger Games is starting. Right? The Hunger Games are starting. Please don't get sidetracked in little fake ass personal disdain and you don't see that motherfucking tidal wave get ready to come through. You should be storing up your motherfucking acorns because it's going to be a long, hard fucking winter. Long, hard one ahead. 4 years worth. But we don't know because they could do a lot of damage in 4 motherfucking years. Remember the second term, how displeased we was with Obama, and what did all these motherfuckers say? He don't have enough time to do the right thing. He need another term. You see how prejudiced and biased these fucking Christian folks was? This was a wonderful opportunity to see how all these pious motherfuckers been sinning and not winning. They on one accord hate somebody that did good for him. The same way they did Jesus, and then they love him when he dead. They hated Jesus for telling the truth. They hated him for that. He got so mad, he got tired. Like, look, Jesus was telling the Israelites that they were Israelites. Phoenix tells Indians, the black people, that they are Indians. Donald tells Black Americans that they're not foreigners. The minute Martin Luther King talked about not being in exile in their own land, he got clapped. The minute Malcolm X started talking about, shit, we Aboriginal, but you don't like to be called that, he got clapped. The minute a motherfucker try to raise the identity of the Negro in America, they get clapped. So if we using everybody else's mixed up narratives, if we use the Christian narrative with the Bible, we use the Israelite narrative with the Bible, the Muslim narrative with the Quran, they all say, remember your motherfucking grandma, and they all tell you not to be slaves. Why are you slaves? Because you're waiting on the Lord to come deliver you? But Moses gave you the law. Did it ever concern you that the law may not be for you, might be for them so they can't slay you? No, it didn't. Didn't. It didn't. Because niggas don't know that the Constitution is a law of the land that protects you from the government. Can't use that, right? Where y'all going with it? Ooh, she taking the Bible and making a mockery out of it. No, I'm not. I'm making it practical. If you're going to use it before you lose it. If you're going to use the Quran, why in the fuck don't you know how to make contracts? Why can't you keep your agreements? Why can't you do what's best for your community? The Quran tells you how to deal with the community, how to keep strong as a race of people. Hold on. Let's argue. The Israelites, the Bible tells you a story about these dumbass motherfuckers that can't get right and won't get right. Huh? They tell you about these group of people that won't get right and can't get right. How I tested my person, Job. This is one man's conscience. A nigga that think he's on top of the world and happy and everything, and then the rug life gets pulled from underneath him, and they testing his spirit, and the nigga kept saying, God damn, I got boils on my body, I got this and that, and everybody wants to argue over the fact that God and the devil said, well, hey, take this nigga, but don't kill him, but fuck him up. Nigga, that's his own conscience. The nigga own mind. His own mind made him well. His own mind made him sick. But you won't take the story. You'll take the dogma and start an argument over God and the devil. Okay, well, who's right? Who's the righteous one? The devil with truth or God? Please stop. Use it right. Use it right. So what's the seasons, bitch? Why are you paying taxes? You know what you're paying taxes for? And which taxes should you pay? If you're participating, you can't have taxation without no representation. Who's representing you to put up a fucking light pole on 4th Avenue? Who represented you for that? You giving the Caesar what Caesar's, or Caesar deboning your ass? Trust not in oppression, saith the Lord, but you niggas is oppressed, and you niggas keep praying to the same God that say don't trust in oppression, to be oppressed and come deliver you from oppression. Everybody's lying. Everybody gotta stop. This shit been going on long before Phoenix Moon got here. Way before I got here. Nobody don't like that I'm saying it, don't mean I'm going to stop. It need to be said 7 generations. And I don't care what it is, how they feel about it, what they think they going to do, how much fucking larceny in their heart they got for the truth. I'm not going to sleep right. I'm not going to live right. I'm not going to win right. I'm not going to get right until I stay where I'm at, on my course, in my lane. I carved out for myself. Based off of the messages and the downloads that I do, I got from that was inspired from a place of pain. Pain. Right? Processing, wallowing in it, getting over it, having a funeral, then a fucking celebration. I killed that part that was trying to kill me. I'm a big bad motherfucker. Yes, I am. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that to myself because I ain't fought the battles. I didn't run like a coward. Shit that I didn't like. Shit that I was fucking embarrassed about in life. Right? That I didn't even have no business being embarrassed about. Nigga, this fucking hand came in and I was like, God damn. But I didn't cheat to get no spades. I didn't renege. I didn't do none of that. I played that shitty shit and I waited my motherfucking turn. And the minute that I was old enough to bust a motherfucking move for myself, I did. I came, I saw, I conquered. My baby's almost 30 years the fuck old, right? My story's real. Real as everybody else. But I know my strengths and my motherfucking back. I didn't need nobody to validate it, nigga. I validated myself. I put myself on trial. I put myself in jail. I didn't life to fucking punish me or abuse me. Nigga, on my lowest days, I would sit in my car and eat McDonald's like a fat lady. And then want to die after I got to the last bite of the double cheeseburger. Sick. I was sick. Why am I eating this? I don't fucking eat this shit. Why am I drinking soda? I feel dirty drinking soda. And I was going through it. But I fought myself for a little while. Then I realized, bitch, you're not going to win. You fighting the war against your motherfucking self, right? The self that you used to be, that's the one that you want to become. And the one you at right now that you're not even sure which way is which. I didn't get to identify. I had a lot of responsibilities. So what I had to in my 30s, I went through my midlife crisis already. I had to identify with the little girl that I was really never able to be. Right? Latchkey kid, things were different then. But I was quite capable of those responsibilities, even from small. Thinking it was a burden, not realizing it was a gift. It was a gift to be able to structure and help people stay structured that can't structure for themselves. Right? Can't structure for themselves. Always been an advocate, especially for the underdog. But I realized my advocacy started within my own fucking tribe. Within my own tribe. Right? Trying to show them the ways that could have brought us down. We lucky, but it could have brought us down. You think they want to hear it? Of course not. You think I want to say it? Not really. But does it have to be said? Yeah. Do they need to hear? Yeah. Yeah. Niggas think this is some big battle and shit. Nigga, the big battle is fighting one of your 80-something-year-old relatives so that they don't die black. Who's tough? Where y'all tough at? Where the real tough people getting the fucking affairs in order? Fighting the motherfuckers that could give you a kidney. You can't possibly think no internet is going to whip my ass more than my own family tried to. You can't possibly think that. Your family tries to whip your ass too, telling them this truth. Don't fucking tell me, but don't take it out on me. Show them with grandma. Show them grandma. What could they do? They related to that lady too. Show them grandma and grandpa. They're related. If grandma and grandpa's Indian, then so ain't your 82-year-old Christian auntie, whether she like it or not. She might want to die black. But if you know it's good, you'll spend the rest of the days trying to tell her why that's not a good idea. Right? Where's the real fucking fight at? Niggas is shadowboxing. Shadowboxing. You shadowboxing. Hit a target, man, for real. One that needs to be hit. There is a target that deserves that blow, that anger you got, these niggas got. There is a target for that. Channel that shit in an appropriate manner, right? Yeah, I was angry. I just started writing. I wrote about what I was mad about. Ooh, feel better. I'm a writer. Write what I was mad about. Oh shit, my uncle gave me this notebook saying you know how to put these things together. You articulate so well. Don't let nobody steal your words. He brought me a notebook. Write your rhymes in here. Write your rhymes in here. You got something. That was my own little sidebar. He probably told every last one of us that, but when he said it to me at 9 years old, I believed that man loved me. He saw something in me that I didn't even know. But what he said in that 5 minutes was enough to carry me. I'm almost 50 now. Thanks, Aunt. Thank you. Never yelling at me when I was in your record collection, right? She gonna be the musician. And here it come. Hey, we want her to write for this one and write for that one, 13, 14, 15 years old. But it was tools. It was tools. It was a lot of them. So I got every last one of them in me. Right? And they may look at your family, may look at you strange, but you be so much like them or so much like the person that they wish that they was. But their circumstances was different and so was the times and they couldn't. So sometimes they fight you because they was just like you. And somebody put their light out. Right? Somebody put their light out. Someone put their lights out. One of your other uncles or aunties or somebody said, oh, Brenda, you don't know what you're talking about. Maybe grandma told them they don't know what they talking about. And they lived the rest of their life taking it out on the rest of the family. Talk about it. These are the dynamics where we are so weak that we have to strengthen. Because the more we don't talk about it, the worse it's gotten. And we trust white people that you say is the enemy more than we trust each other. Something's wrong. And don't tell me nothing is wrong. Don't tell me we should ignore this shit and go for the bigger obstacle or what you say is the bigger obstacle when I got more of a chance to get mug shot, punched in the face by a nigga that look like my son than I do by a motherfucker that look like Donald Trump. Stop lying. You are lying. And you are perpetuating the fraud. You're perpetuating the fraud as well. Everybody's guilty of something. Whether or not a motherfucker want to be honest about it, that's not Moon's problem. It's not Moon's problem. But we all got to dig deep into a place that we don't really like. But that don't mean that place ain't there. Where that little voice inside you says, do something. Move something. Prove something. It is what it is, yo. It is what it is. It's beyond survival of the fittest. It's beyond that. That's the fucking comes with it. But if it's survival of the fittest, what's the motto of fit? Where the fitness at? Is it physical fitness? It's got to be included. Mental fitness has to be at the top of the charts. Mental fitness. When you can go inside each part of your brain and pull the best of you out. Instead of the chemical imbalance that short circuit shit and fire inside my brain and all of that, right? Balance. Balance. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And tough people don't have to hurt people in order to feel tough. Your toughness comes from the shit that you beat by yourself when nobody watching. Not the motherfucker you knocked out in front of everybody. You might put a nigga to sleep, but nigga, if you really sleep, do it matter? Do it matter? Who you rocking to sleep? Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So folks is doing. What's the model of fitness around this bitch? Gotta have an example. What is the model of fitness? It has to be physical because you gotta preserve your tent as long as you got it, right? And I must say, for the last couple of fucking years, I only got to fight a few times with the fucking pilgrims. I won every time. But y'all niggas seem to want to fight more than y'all want to fucking make shit right. Something wrong with that. Something wrong. And it ain't me. It ain't me. Something wrong. Not only is something wrong, it's strong. How wrong it is. Nigga, wrong and strong about being wrong. Then, and let me just let people know, there is such a thing as a guilty bystander. Yes, there is. A guilty bystander idly sits by and watches some shit go down they don't want to be a part of, but they know it's wrong, but they won't say anything. Guilty bystander. Not so innocent, but not really at fault, but at fault. At fault. At fault. Further proving that there's more bishop niggas out there in this world, far more bishop-like niggas than noble ones. It's the mentality of the people amongst themselves. They do not plot on pilgrims. They don't. They don't plot or conspire to protect, preserve, or uphold their rights. My rights, your rights. But they will trample and trod all over my rights, their own rights, everybody else's. And they want what they are not willing to give. They want truth, they don't be truthful. They want life, but they are amongst the dead. They want freedom, but they are arrested development. Right? They want mercy, they ain't got none. They want forgiveness, they don't forgive. So you see how fucking phony the world is. You see how phony the world is? This ain't just Indian country. This the whole goddamn world, Craig. Ooh, and I've been waiting for this moment to tell y'all, stop lying on God. Stop lying on Allah. Stop lying on your fucking gangbanger leaders. Stop lying on grandma. Stop lying on grandpa. Stop lying to your kids. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to yourself. Stop the blood clot lying. Stop acting like you want the truth, then be mad forever at it. Shit ain't right. Shit ain't right. And meanwhile, you gotta do all of this shit and still walk in true bubble gum. Still gotta have your head up high, your chest back, your shoulders back, your chest out. Right? Don't matter what's going on. You still got an active role, right? You think I'll come home from work and let my children know that these motherfuckers trying to bully me at work? That's not appropriate conversation, but I gotta go in there and make dinner and be happy and act like nothing's wrong. You don't give children grown-up problems, right? Never fucking yelling, oh, y'all gonna run up my light bill. I never said no stupid shit like that. They have no way of fucking processing that. Why would I say something to them about something that they enjoy? They need it. They don't know nothing about not having lights and how much it costs. At fucking 4, what am I going to keep telling a 4-year-old, hey, turn the lights out? Yelling, turn the fucking lights out. You don't pay no bills around here. I see wild shit. And I'm glad there was so many people around. We were all around raising our children at the same time and shit. I'm proud of my baby fathers. Shout out niggas. My 2 baby daddies, right? Made some fucking promises and they ain't never let me down. Never let their children down. None of that. Facts. Didn't always agree with each other, but goddamn if we ain't let them shorties enough. Yeah. There's people in the bill right now. You remember, my baby father was fucked up, went and moved in with my boyfriend at the time, right? I moved in with my boyfriend and let him stay in my crib, right? Didn't care if he brought a shorty to the crib, right? Let him stay in my crib. Because he ain't going to be out here fucked up. We moved out of town. He ain't where his family was. We his family. My mom's his moms. My sister's his sisters. My brother's his brothers. When we couldn't stand each other, they would give each other rides or do whatever needs to be done, right? But I brought a valid nigga to our family. I knew that nigga since I was 10. I'm fucking 46. I brought some life to this family from somewhere else, another tribe that got other curses, other shit, other everything. But I'm happy with my selection. And I used to be participating with bitches that was jealous because I ain't with this nigga, but this nigga take care of his kids, right? Can't say nothing about that. I never knew. I thought that was normal. I thought it was normal. What? I don't love that nigga like that. I ain't in love with him, but I love that nigga. I knew when I was 10 he was going to be my baby father. He was going to be my husband. I knew. So it didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out, but it worked out the way I wanted it to work out. I got 2 beauties. His mama, my mama. His daddy, my daddy. My daddy, his daddy. Yeah, we got family ties. Like, it'll never change. It will never change. He got a baby. I got another baby. But all our kids are siblings. Seem weird to everybody else, but it's all love. We don't play that shit. We don't play that shit. I didn't know that was not normal. I seen motherfuckers drag their baby father, yo, for a little while. That fucking energy that bitches had about theirs, it came into my cipher. So you know what I had to do? Block, move. They mad, jealous, and I think I'm mad at my situation, not realizing these motherfuckers want my situation. You'd be surprised how people will envy and covet what you don't want. You be willing to throw it away. Even motherfuckers that'll convince you don't want it, so that they can have it when you throw it away. Right? Motherfuckers gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. Gotta be honest. Truth. Woo! Oh, it felt good. No fucking burdens. My hands is clean. It felt good. Smell good around this motherfucker. You know what grandma said? Nigga, if you smell cabbage everywhere you go, it's you. I reckon it's the same motherfucking way where you fucking live up to nobody's expectations but your own. Right? And sometimes that could be hard too, because everybody, well, you should know expectations are really just like a premeditated kind of resentment, where you expect a certain behavior from someone, and the minute that they don't perform that way, you have now lined yourself up in a position where you can fucking resent that motherfucker because he didn't fucking meet your expectations. I didn't know that nigga was a booger eater. Oh my gosh, I'm a fucking germaphobe. I didn't know he was a booger eater. I expected him to wash your fucking hands when you're dealing with your own body secretions and all this other shit and all of that, right? But I see some shit and now I'm turned off because he didn't meet my expectations. So I can call him selfish. I can call myself selfish because I'm expecting something from somebody and they have no idea that I'm putting them on to some sort of expectations, right? Right? Facts. It's facts. You know, yo, I'm live and like people is blowing me up. Like, come on. So, listen, it's time to move forward, man. Nothing from the past should embarrass a nigga by now, right? If you're ashamed of the sharecropping, you're ashamed of the dirt from whence you came. Sometimes by forceful contract, sometimes by voluntarily. A lot of them had their own shit. Niggas is supposed to be able to focus in on how to get their fucking cornbread back. As a collective, this is not a lot that you're going to be able to claim that these motherfuckers took, that you can't involve your family to get back. So don't worry about all this online shit. You got work to do in the background, right? Because there's going to be some elders there that have what it is that you need to get what it is that you need for all of them. So I'm going to take your time and use it wisely. It's probably a good idea. It's go time. It's Hunger Games. It's Hunger Games. It's time to get to your next level. Don't let other people keep advancing and then you'll be mad that they're advancing and you are not in your own walk that nobody else is a part of but you. Inside your own mind. Decisions, discipline, things that you have to grab a hold of in order to take it to the next level. Everybody might be an heir. Might be an heir. They all is. But there's some principle that you're going to have to go through. Or at least be made the principle to make sure all of the stuff is secure for the next 7 generations. And that's got to come from people who trust you, who could give you a kidney if you need it, because they got the same relatives that you'd be utilizing, right, to stand on. Makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe in the downtime, instead of gossiping and talking about other shit, maybe you should be discussing with family how everybody wants to be buried. Right? You done went by uncle's house a couple times. He done left the pot on, boiling some eggs and shit. Maybe he don't need to live by himself. There's got to be some real life stuff going on outside of the gossip, outside of the or what it might look like. No. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be some real things going on that you're grabbing a hold of or that you're dealing with outside of this fucking cyberspace matrix. Right? And you go use your powers for good or you use your powers for bad. It's going. Everything is on display now. Right? Everything was on display. That's all it was. 2020 had my vision. The vision is fucking what it was in 2015, 2016. And it's probably going to be the same in 2022, 2025. Fuck. What are you talking about? At the end of the day, you ain't going to move far without family. And that family is going to include elders who are still into things you don't like church, the Lord, and whatever else that come with them, that from the shit that they've seen in their life that made them that way, that you still have to respect even though you don't like it. The generational curses, anybody breaking any? Who's more important than that? What is everybody around for if that's not the expectations? Because all of these things are supposed to happen in perfect synchronicity. And if you don't allow it to, you'll miss that window. And success happens when opportunity meets preparedness, or preparedness meets opportunity somewhere. Either way, you can't have that without the other, right? Opportunity, you need to be prepared. Back in the days, if you was a rapper and you bump into Puffy in the elevator and you don't got something for that nigga to listen to and you tell him you the illest, whoa, that was like a fucking rap suicide. That was like a fucking career suicide. So preparedness and opportunity. Preparedness and opportunity. Right? So at the end of the day, it's going to get greater later, right? And at the end of the day, when it does get great, you want the great ones around. The people that never flaked, the people that never fold, because you got some shit to pay back as you pay it forward, right? It's doing the same thing at the same time, forward and reverse, right? Because as I'm looking towards straightening out some of this family shit for the next 7 generations, there's still some backtracking that I have to do to make sure that they feel okay about what happened before, right? When you're the family historian, kids that you never heard mentioned that grandma lost. You find, like, damn, grandma had another baby. You didn't tell me you had a sister. I didn't know. Yeah, because grandma didn't say she lost baby. Y'all didn't remember? Nobody, right? But these are things that go away with the family. But these are the things that we got to tap into. All this other shit is crazy. You've studied everything. You've studied God. You've studied dogma. You've studied everything but yourself. If you studied everything but yourself, what have you really studied? What have you really learned? What have you learned? Nothing from your history. The idea that history will repeat itself, but the history that you think is repeating itself is the history that you're allowing to play out now because you don't know what it was before. For your own self. Not the story of Adolf Hitler, not the story of this and that, the story of you, the story of Bernice Johnson, the story of Gretchen Anderson, the story of your grandma Brenda Williams, right? There's a fascinating story. There's some fascinating stories that can never get told because we got to roll with a bunch of damaged fucking people that won't even celebrate the fucking people they come from. Don't even know who needs to be celebrated. Nigga talking Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey and all of this. Nigga, who your fourth great grandfather name was Earl Jenkins. And it was something that he did that couldn't be, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that nigga. Fuck Marcus Garvey. Celebrate your own. From the house of David. Why I can't celebrate Opichan Kanu? Why I can't celebrate being a descendant from the queen of the fucking poor monkey? I never had Nefertiti earrings. I gotta celebrate her. Day of the Dead. Niggas think that's some bad shit. We are the ones that show people how to bury people in the ground. And you think that's some white man shit. Every fucking thing these niggas is talking about that they know, they don't know shit. And this is why when they place their petitions in front of these pilgrims, they don't fucking gotta listen because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop wasting the opportunities to go fucking talk to these people if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but you feeling stronger than a motherfucker, wronger than a motherfucker. Tahisi Coates tried to get fucking reparations, Tina Husi, whatever his name is, tried to get reparations for a whole bunch of people whose families was not fucking here. Nobody mad at him. You yelling at Donald Trump to fuck him and fuck him on the TV. Fuck him. Not the nigga that's stealing your fucking cornbread. The real killers. Fucking liars. Nobody wants to fuck Al Sharpton up. That nigga stole our fucking financial prowess. Nobody want to fuck the niggas up that fucked us up. But they sure want to kill the nigga that want to help. They want to kill the nigga that tell the truth. They not killing no nigga that tell a lie. All the time. Insignificantly. As they put on the psyops to get motherfuckers emotionally attached to some shit they ain't gonna do shit about. When there's a solution that was presented in front of the people, fucking police last motherfucking year, niggas is gonna wait till the next motherfuckers get shot before they say something, because they've been screaming about all this other shit, but never in their own city hall, making sure their police department, hey, what are you guys doing about police reform? They're racist. Nigga, you just got an order that said these fucking police. So who are the people that they're talking about? You letting these district attorneys pretend to be the city of New York. The people of the city of New York. You lying motherfucker. My mama live in New York. She ain't mad I ran no red light. Somebody lying to me. What that nigga Jesus was talking about? Yeah, y'all go everywhere you go, you're going to run out of lies to tell as you think you're telling the truth. Everywhere people go, right? Oh, the last year was the vision. This year is the tongue. The tongue, the mouth, the documentation gonna speak for its motherfucking self. It don't matter who is orating, who's spitting this shit. Who's spitting this shit? It's gonna be motherfucking told. And everybody's gonna be showing who the fuck they are. Ain't no representatives. Ain't no representatives could pull up no more. Ain't no representatives could pull up without putting up or shutting the fuck up and getting the fuck on out the way. By default, if you are entitled, you're going to win because the winners is going to get the bag. The winners is going to get the act right, and the fucking niggas that was giving us hell, they still get a part of the win because they got the bloodline that shows that they deserve it, but these niggas ain't really earned it, though. They don't get no fucking shine. Niggas ain't taking no other lumps. The lumps they got is for each other and for you. They ain't not going out here fucking with Dwight and them. They not doing it. Not doing it. Ain't got no plan to. Ain't got no plan to. Where they gonna go? Niggas is still anti-government. They so anti-government, they can't even structure one themselves. Who could you work? How you gonna build a nation with a motherfucker that ain't got no government? Because these niggas can't take orders from higher ups. They can't stick to the script. They think they writing the script when these nigga, somebody put you on, there was a script. What the fuck is going on here? What are you talking about? It's like Daniel's son trying to tell Mr. Miyagi how to do a roundhouse. Hey, wax on, Daniel. Nigga, you wax on, wax off. I don't want wax on, wax off. Fuck you talking about wax on, wax off. I ain't come over here wax on and I'm waxing off. The behavior, the fucking orneriness, the fucking doodle in the pie, right? These niggas is acting like they cooking crack. We're Indian country. This is not the same chemistry, baby. This ain't it, right? It ain't it. And a lot of it is vibrational. You have to like Helen Keller, spiritually, right? As an urban Indian, not attached to no fucking tribe, you fucking tell me. You fucking tell me how it's like. How's it like for you and your tribe? How is it like? Tell me what these fucking white people talking about when you got to go through it with them to keep your shit. The little bit of shit you got, the little bit of shit that grandma and grandpa had, that these elders don't really know what they're fucking doing. How is those conversations going? I want to know. I want to know what those, how are those conversations going? Do they factor that in their mind, or are they worried about what somebody else is doing? Instead of doing what's important with the right instructions. Got the right instructions and still don't want to assemble the goddamn. Just want to throw clothes all over the fucking place. Got everything. The Allen wrench, the fucking flathead, the Phillips. The nigga got every fucking nut, bolt, nook cranny, all that, and still won't put the shit together. Talking about I ain't got nothing to build. I just know that this is where your truth is going to be showing. I want people to know that. Whether you've been telling this truth to your family, whether you've been telling this truth to your children, whether you've been telling this truth to your oppressors, whether you've been telling this truth to your neighbors that may get you fucked up or have you bent somewhere down the road, it's gonna show. And it should show. And when it does show, don't run from it. You ain't even got to be embarrassed. Fix it. Be gangster for real. Fix it. Fix yourself. Fix that mind. Straighten out your mind. Fix that attitude. Fix that disposition. That you got to hurt somebody else to get what you righteously deserve. Fix your disposition. Fix your mouth if you want to ask for some mercy and you ain't got nothing in you. Fix your disposition. Fix it. Fix it. Or it's going to get fixed for you. It's not a Phoenix Moon threat. It's what the ancestors in their graves is talking about. Everybody want to listen to the CNN and everything. You want to listen to the land. You want to listen to the wind. You feel what that dirt be talking about? When the last time a nigga done stood barefoot in the motherfucking dirt. Barefoot in the dirt. Attached to the land. Niggas go all over the place. They want to drag you to pyramids, Lemuria. They want to take you across the fucking Atlantic. They want to drag you everywhere. Except where you're supposed to be. Inside yourself. Because you had a soul before you had a body. And you will have a soul when your body's gone. I've been here 1,000 times, and I plan on coming back 1,000 more. Let me know But one thing I will never stop doing. One thing that I know for sure is different about this time. I'm not running from no truth. Not running. Call a spade, nigga, even if the spade is me. Huge moccasins to fill. Huge. I'm gonna pull up a little later. I'm gonna read this article real quick before I let y'all go. And this is, we have these mixed things where we get stuff from Native Americans, even though they're telling our story. And then you get stuff from African Americans, even though they say Native Americans, they talk about us. You notice how they flip-flop with the confusion and shit like that. But the bottom line is we know who the people in the 13 colonies were. And nobody seems to want to just stay focused there. Because all of these grand stories of this slavery, this big bad America, started in the 13 colonies. So prior to Texas wasn't there. Texas and Mexico was the same thing. Right? Spanish territory. Even though Texas never went anywhere. Just got divided up with imaginary borderlines, right? "13 colonies. You can't stay right there. And this is how you break it down so that you can grab a hold, because what happens is they'll start trying to mix everything that they heard or know. It's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. And what happened with the 5 civilized tribes, every last one of those tribes have different stories, different grievances, different parts throughout the annals of history that Choctaws can't attach themselves to every piece of Creek history. Creek history can't attach themselves to every piece of Cherokee history. Everybody's got their own bag, baby. Where's your family? What bags were your families in? Because then there's people like me that is, the byproducts of a bunch of different tribes. Bunch of them. But I can prove, hey, these ones got broken down and they went over here and they went over here, right? From studying myself. No one can tell me I'm wrong for studying myself. I had to. I got bored with everything else. And I wanted more. You got to realize with the source, man, when you got the source and shit, the source is in you, not on you. And motherfuckers are trying to spill it on you. It's already in you. Right? Facts. There is nothing these niggas could say and be telling the motherfucking truth. When they talk about somebody racist, somebody this, somebody that, nigga, what are you? What Pee Wee Herman used to say, I know you are, but what do you say? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? That's what you gotta start hitting these motherfuckers with, because that projection and shit like that, they project their fear. They project all that shit on you. They project that whole waking up on the wrong side of the bed on people. Right? And just how it's motherfuckers that's righteous, don't forget that. They can't be one without the other. That's why this shit don't shock me. Just like I know about hella good that doesn't have an opportunity to be. Like, that's what is attractive. Right? Mark Twain said, telling the people that they've been fooled is harder than just fooling them. It's not a lie. I can't even watch the news. You be surrounded by these motherfuckers and be talking and be like, damn, they hate America. They just act like they hate Donald Trump. They hate America. They hate the land. They hate everything. They don't even know what to love. They don't know. They don't know to say shit. They may know, but they don't feel it. When you feel your mother's love, you don't gotta go crazy, you protect her. Right? Isn't that how it turns out in the end? You don't fucking kick her in the stomach and shit. Let other people talk bad about her, knowing damn well they the reason why she was sick. I'm just saying, would you do that with your mama in real life? But y'all can do that to America. And then be mad that our white cousins love America more than you. Yeah, white cousins. As y'all talk about black and white. Oh, shit. Huh? You just talk about black and white, but don't know them white Joneses is from your great-great-granddaddy line. You think the white man gave you their last names and shit when, niggas is kin. That bothers you. And this is what white people know that you niggas don't know. This with the whole world, all these foreigners that are going to come here, right? And they're going to have a hoedown, right? In your fucking barn. You have to watch from the fucking window behind the haystack. Right? I like gin. I like fiddles and violins. Why won't they let me in my barn? Keep out, nigga. They won't let me in our barn and shit like that. Baby, you got to come on out there. Now, come on, let's get ready. I'm going out there and tell these niggas they got to go, baby. Bitch, shut up. Mind your business. It's not your problem. I'm a man. Let me worry about it. Bow! Look. You see what you done made me do? Boy, oh boy, y'all gotta stop. Everybody gotta get healthy. So I say everything is healthy. Everything is healthy. And sometimes when it's questionable, I say, I'm easy. Right? No need to be hard about a situation I can't do nothing about, but I got to deal with it nonetheless. I will respond that I'm easy. Because even when it's fucked up, I'm easy. Because if I get all willy-nilly, I don't function. That's all it's going to be. No. It can't be like that, especially if the truth is more important. And a lot of times, that may even supersede how you feel about a matter, right? Yeah. And like I said, truth. The truth is, it's motherfuckers that I can't fucking stand that will benefit off of work that they did not put in. That's a fact. Niggas, it still is, just not chiefs. You feel me? Let that come with it. Niggas gotta, you can't make that up. You either got it or you don't. Got to be a long, consistent history of it. And niggas better stop worrying about everybody else because you need 100 years, at least in continuity. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you need 100 years in continuity. So, how will you want to keep it? Right? So people need to figure out. Let me show y'all this shit real quick. Here it is. All right. Boom. Why do tribes have matrilineal societies? And this is out of Indian country today. They have been instrumental due to their innate ability to reason and dispense wisdom. They also were characterized as wise because they originated the teachings for children. The men were allowed to articulate, enforce, and deliver these teachings, but it was the women who monitored and allowed them to speak. The faith keepers, and for the Eastern tribes, the originators, Longhouse system of government, Grandma House system of government, whereby they designated who amongst the men was to articulate the laws. As a Lakota, this is from the author's perspective, I experienced matrilineal authority early on. My mother ran everything. She paid the bills, bought the groceries, and decided when and where we should go. She settled all arguments, and her word was law. I don't know if that qualifies as having matrilineal authority, but she clearly possessed it. My grandmother was also the same way. She took no guff, and you had better not roll your eyes at her either. She was strict but fair in all her decisions. She could swing a Ming axe when it came to chopping wood too. All the women that I came in contact with as a young man were strong women. They had to be because they were experiencing tough times. Today's Indian women are no different. They have to face some of the same challenges, only in a different time. Today we have different issues and concerns, but our women still have the majority votes when it comes to making the important decisions. What impresses me these days is how educated they are and how willing they are to take the lead when it comes to the welfare of their people. Matrilineal societies existed among the Eastern tribes for sure, but they also existed in other tribes like the Plains tribes, but the women were behind the scenes. They made the decisions, but allowed the men to articulate them. How smart was that? Is the question posed. We've always had a deep respect and love for our women for the unique creator-given ability to procreate and a host of other reasons. Modern times, assimilation, and the cultural and lifestyle changes we have gone through as a people have somewhat clouded the standing and reverence we once had for our woman, and that is not a good thing. My only hope is that the new generations will come to realization that our women, our mothers, and our grandmas are the ultimate reason we are still here and a viable people today. I hope. Got another one here. And this is, let me see, historical perspectives. I'm not going to go too far with this. Historical Perspectives, Santa Clara University Undergraduate Journal of History. And this is series 2, Elusive Matriarchy, the impacts of the Native American and feminist movements on Navajo gender dynamics. Now, this is an interesting article. I'm going to drop this here in the chat. And this specifically tells you about the Navajo tribe and what they went through and why they're having the movements in this specific form. And not for nothing, it still is not really much different than what it is that the American Indian woman is going through versus the Native American woman. It's almost in a fucking weird ass parallel, right? So when President Trump signed the executive order for the Cold Case Task Force to find out what happens to American Indian women, and it's for 1,400 plus people, and 138 of them are in the fucking state of Minnesota, something is wrong. That means people have not been writing their Congress. You haven't been communicating your grievances. So he puts this fucking bill down. So at the point where the American Indian woman starts saying she American Indian again, now we can get the missing and exploited women and children because we are claiming them under their nationality. Remember when they kidnapped the Boko Haram girls and all these fucking black motherfuckers that was dissing bitches on every rap song in America was holding up signs talking about bring back our girls, the Nigerian girls, not the bitches here in DC or the bitch in fucking Oak Cliff or the motherfucking bitch in Miami. He went across, bring back our girls, our Nigerian girls. to America. Bring them back where, bitch? Where, Puffy? Where, nigga? Where? And what happened? They went up against a whole fucking army. Whole army. Boko Haram was a fucking army. And got every last one of those Nigerian girls back. Every last one of them. Most of them came back pregnant because them niggas was raping them, but they came back alive. Where's our women at? How come them niggas ain't never said, bring back our fucking girls? Oh, because they was down there getting arrested for Breonna Taylor. It looked like it was the same intent. Oh, they shit march mighty over there, but over here it ain't worth nothing. All these niggas is lying. And I'm going to tell another thing. These motherfuckers that with that Illuminati all over your body, those is the niggas that's kidnapping the bitches that nobody want to talk about is kidnapped. Niggas is doing it. The white man ain't putting bitches with no bamboo earrings, right, in no fucking van. But an A sure might get her to fucking go. Feel me? Different story. Different fucking story. Different fucking story. And they don't want you to tell it. Right? They don't. They don't want you to. So, with that being said, don't mean this fucking story ain't gonna get told. Right? Don't mean it ain't gonna get told. I know one thing, out of them 1,400 women, when that executive order got signed, I know at least 30 of them that they're talking about American Indians. They ain't talking about Native Americans. That's not who Trump said. Should say American Indians. Make this about your tribe. Make this fucking New Year coming up about your tribe. Make it about making some shit right, breaking them fucking generational curses and not letting nothing supersede that or get in front of that. Because that's by far going to be the toughest battle of your life. And you're going to have to figure out if your fucking bloodline can, if your grandmama, kids and them is really worth all that or not. That's something you're going to have to decide. I'm going wild for mine. My granny had 18. I'm not leaving none of them behind. Right? That's my choice. That's our choices. Everybody else got to make them too. Especially at the point where we 6 degrees of separation of family and we going to need the family so we can squad up, right? You don't factor that shit in. Factor in the fact that we got our own fucking army, our own way of structuring our own government and the ability to fucking do so within the ramifications of the law that these niggas that tell you anti-this, anti-that, anti-government can't tell you how to run a motherfucking muck. For real. That's about something that the world ain't never seen and they waiting on. Y'all don't think these pilgrims is tired of being destructive? You don't think they tired of lying, killing, being wicked and all? But God damn it, if they get up and leave, nigga, we ain't gonna have nothing. And instead of getting into the solution, you think a nigga gonna figure out how to fucking run traffic grids and how to do all the things that they want to replace these fucking so-called wicked supremacists. They want to replace them with niggas that look like them to do what? Nothing? What? To do what? You want a grand stage to be able to beat bitches up and nobody's mad? Or nobody gets to say anything? Nobody gets to say anything. You want a platform to beat down what you didn't build and what you ain't gonna fortify, nigga. You leave your post. You deserve what's coming. Anybody that abandons their motherfucking post got what's coming. What's coming, whether that's good or bad. Only you got control of that. Power to the people. Who are the people? People traded themselves in for persons and don't know when they people and when they a person. Peace out, you care.